And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First for the Heat, Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the 4. And for New York, Felton is out there with Iman Shumpert. And in the middle, the 2012 Defensive Player of the Year, 7'1" rebounder, shot blocker, and leader Tyson Chandler. Then it's Anthony, and it's Bargnani in at the 4-man position.
Well, Kevin, he's extremely adept at creating his own shot. You know, we got a lot of catch-and-shoot guys in the NBA, but players who can beat you off the dribble and score are tough to come by.
And let's not leave out another branding mark of his status as much in the clutch. When the big shot's needed to win a ball game, everybody in the building knows he's going to take it. Doesn't make any difference, though. He still finds a way to knock it down.
New York on D. It's a 3-point game. Chalmers passes to Bosh. From deep LeBron. It's rebounded by New York. Tipped. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
You know, when something works for you, you stay with it. The Heat saw after the 2012 finals that small ball was very effective for them. You can see why they chose to do that, given how hard it is to find a power forward that can match up with LeBron. Makes good sense.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
It's stolen by Anthony. Outside Shumpert. The pass to Felton. Back to Shumpert. And the Knicks hit again from deep. And mismatches really what make an NBA offense go at times. Not only can Miami overpower you, Steve, you know, with their sheer talent at times, but if you're trying to guard a perimeter player with a big, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, some people still see small ball as a gimmick, but, you know, for Miami, it's different because you've got LeBron James playing the power forward. So it's not really small ball. He can rebound, he can defend, he can do everything. And so the Heat become a nightmare to guard at the other end, and you can rarely take advantage of them offensively.
Good.
He's got so much junk in his trunk, he'll find a way to hurt you.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Mike Woodson gave me a moment to catch up with him. One player he said they can't overlook is Chris Bosh. He said Bosh is the perfect complementary scorer. He can hit the spot-up J and also really crash the offensive boards. We simply can't get so caught up elsewhere that we allow him to have a big night. And Kevin at 6'11", Bosh really an anchor in that front court. When he plays well, they're tough to beat.
And thank you, Doris. That's good.
Last season was another great one for Chandler, who just knows how to leave his imprint on the game, fellas. So efficient when on offense and an anchor on the defensive end. Exactly what the team needed from their center.
LeBron with the bucket.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Felton goes in. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Steve, you mentioned the efficiency offensively for Tyson Chandler. 3 straight seasons at around 65% from the field. Now, granted, these aren't long shots, but when he's getting it down low, he is cashing in.
Well, it's a sign of his understanding of his role. I mean, he doesn't take bad shots, but he also gets himself in position to take good ones. Not a go-to scorer, but a devastating dive man on the pick and roll.
He was right at the top of the league rebounding, offensive rebounding numbers,
That's right.
too.
That's right. So a lot of putbacks, and then he makes his free throws as well. So a very efficient player.
J.R. Smith's checked in for the Knicks. Good ball movement here by Miami. A nice shot by Anderson.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Now here is Smith, and stolen by LeBron. 3-on-3. Ball's not loose, and stolen by Felton. And the jam by J.R. Smith. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up, He gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication, has really become an outstanding coach.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Heat making a change here. The drive by Anthony. And a missed layup. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
And here's Anderson after J.R. Smith getting his three to go. Off target with the jump hook.
You know, they've been beating this club to a lot of loose balls and rebounds here early on.
Love the work ethic they've come out of the locker room with.
Count that one.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
I tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Battier kicks to Allen. Here's Cole. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And so it's New York with it. They're leading by 8. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Here's Anderson. Miami no good on that time either. Now Smith. He has 7. Feeds to Udrih. Pass to Carmelo. Second chance shot. That is good. Anthony's got 7.
And the early lead just keeps on going. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Knicks lead by 12. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
They've done a nice job on the offensive boards here, guys, and I think that was the difference in that first quarter. Really pounding the offensive glass.
Well, they set the tone early with their mindset, their tenacity, and their hustle. I mean, that's the way they've come out, and it's served them well.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Gentlemen, Ray Allen is arguably the greatest three-point shooter in NBA history. It's a shot crafted by endless reps in the gym, and he thinks being a bit, quote, obsessive-compulsive may have fed into his legendary dedication. He recalled back when he was 8 years old. He always had to make 5 left-handed layups and 5 right-handed layups before he could leave the gym. But one day, another team needed the gym, and he had to leave before he could complete his ritual. He said, "I cried. It messed up my day." Guys, it sounds strange, but that's Ray.
But Doris, for all of his downsides, that devotion to repetition is part of what's made Allen such an amazing shooter. At the end of the day, it certainly worked for him. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Well, really the heart and soul of this Miami team in a lot of ways, Udonis Haslem, born and raised in Miami. He's played his entire decade-long career with the Heat and just a tough, hard-working guy and a locker room leader.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Miami. Chalmers comes in for Norris Cole, and that one's good.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys. and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
And Chalmers kicks to Bosch. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. And back to Haslam. He helped lift the Florida Gators program back to prominence. Took them all the way to the NCAA championship game, playing at center of all positions.
But was really heavy back then at Florida. And he had to lose a lot of weight before he was ready to play in the NBA. Went to Europe to play first. He's been the heart and soul of the Heat organization ever since.
Here's Shumpert. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 9 points for Iman Shumpert.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
The Knicks leading by 8.
You know, the Knicks got off to a fast start, but when you employ as many old bodies as they did last year, it's hard to sustain the level of play you need over the course of a full season. It's one reason they started to falter a bit late in the year.
Outside, Felton. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Miami on defense. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And Clark, you said the Knicks did hit that lull last season right after the All-Star break into early March. But, Steve, when the Vets saw the finish line in sight, they picked up their play and got back in it.
That's right. They won 13 games in a row late in the season, catapulting themselves back into the top tier of teams in the East. And let everyone know that they would not be exiting the playoffs early. That really was the start of that run.
The shot. Felton with some nice D.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level. Here's
Felton. Now the feed to Smith. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. And now a 10-point New York lead.
Well, sometimes, guys, you can forget he's out there, and all of a sudden, bang, he'll string together 3 or 4 shots in a row and just take over the game.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And, you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
And it's Shumpert penetrating. It's stolen by Haslam. Bosch up on top. Shot is off. So New York will take it the other way. And here we go. Shumpert running it up the court. And it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got his 4th rebound in this one. Shumpert against Allen. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Allen's got his first points in this one. Felton against Chalmers. And Shumpert kicks to Felton. Some nice passing by New York here. Bargnani. Now the dish to Felton. Back to Bargnani. Pass to Felton. On the wing, Chandler. Passes to Smith. Fires the 3. Smith missing again.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
J.R. Smith, last season's 6th man of the year, averaging 18 points per game off the bench for the Knicks. What a fantastic season.
Shumpert dishes to Bargnani. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And for J.R. Smith, the New Jersey native, right at home, Clark playing for the Knicks.
And you knew he had the talent to be special. He just had to put it all together and had a big season. The first player since '90 to come off the bench and score 30 or more in 3 straight games, Kevin. He's simply a bucket maker.
And the Heat making a change here. Anderson's checked in to the paint. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Stoudemire's checked in for New York. Wade kicks to Chalmers. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but he seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
Felton with the ball. Now guarded by Mario Chalmers. And the jam by J.R. Smith.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play. Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
The Knicks leading by 10. Got a piece of it. And Stoudemire getting double teamed. And again, it's J.R. Smith. Smith's got 13 points.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
And that one good.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would, too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one, too.
Again, the miss by Smith.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Norris Cole is checked in for Mario Chalmers. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Felton the pass to Stoudemire. Kicks to Smith. Back to Stoudemire. He's against Anderson. Goes back up. Can't hit. Some solid defense.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
And that concludes the first half. Knicks out front, up 8. Folks, stay tuned for the halftime show at Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports. I hope your week is off to a good start on this Monday. An impressive start for the Knicks. An excellent job of getting into the paint, piling up those second chance points. J.R. Smith is having a huge impact. He's got 13 points, and he's been able to provide some nice assists as well. And midway through, the Heat are still alive. Running and gunning out there, that's what fans love to see. LeBron is their lead.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Smith. He's got 13 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Going forward, I think it'd be a good idea to let him spend a little more time behind the arc. He looks like he has a nice touch from out there.
Wade, guarded by Shumpert. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him.
The Heat have magnificent talent, and even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
Chalmers dishes to LeBron. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. 9 points for LeBron. The Knicks leading by 8. And Felton is up top, defended by Chalmers. Shumpert connects from three-point range. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs. Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Doubled by Haslem. Felton kicks to Chandler. He dishes it to Bargnani. His three-pointers off the mark. The Heat trail by 8.
You know, every great player needs someone to push them to be better. LeBron said last year that, you know, that's what Kevin Durant does with him. I think he works as hard as he does, knowing that Durant is coming to try to take his spot as the best player in the league.
Chandler kicks to Bargnani. New York moving the ball around. The drive by Shumpert. And there's the call on Bosh. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
Right side Bosh. Here's Haslem. Banked in off the glass. And going back to LeBron for the time being, he's solidified Clark his standing. I think everyone would agree is the best player in the NBA.
Well, how about 4 league MVP trophies to his credit? One of only 5 players in league history to win that many. One of only a few players to be both MVP of the league and MVP of the finals in the same year. So, enough said.
Shot clock at 2. New York, no good that time either.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
On target there with the little leaner.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the way. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Anthony's got 9.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
So for the Knicks, at a world peace, he's checked in for Bargnani. And it's Udrih in for Iman Shumpert. Wade passes to Haslam. He kicks it to Chalmers. He feeds it to Haslam. Wade outside. Dishes it to Chalmers. There's the pass to LeBron. There's the triple. No good. And New York will come the other way. They've held a 12-point lead early.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
Boy, stingy defense there, denying that pass.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, people look at Mario Chalmers and say he might not be your typical point guard. He's not a big-time penetrator or playmaker, but he's a good fit for the Heat with his active defense and spot-up shooting from long range. I think it's a hand-in-glove fit, actually.
He hits the second from the line. And Chalmers, a 3-time All-American, NCAA champion his junior season at Kansas, received the Most Outstanding Player Award for that 2008 tournament.
Hit what was probably the biggest shot in Kansas history, the three-pointer that sent that game against Memphis into overtime that allowed the Jayhawks to go on and win that national championship.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Anthony. It's good. This time the assist from Udrih. And that's 11 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, there's a reason he's one of the top scorers in the league. Melo is so versatile offensively. He gets in that triple threat position, and then it's a kind of a pick-your-poison dilemma for the defender.
Well, he's got a honey-sweet stroke as a jump shooter. He's equally dangerous putting it on the ground or attacking the teeth of the D or going over top of a good defender. We've seen it all the way back at Syracuse. This guy has gotten better with time, and he's one of the elite scorers we've seen in the league in a while.
Just 4 to shoot. From deep. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And New York making a change here. Stoudemire's checked in. The Heat trail by 7. Back to Bosh. Feeds it to Chalmers. He passes to LeBron with the lead pass. And stolen by Udrih. 1:25 left in the third. Here's Felton. Almost, but it rolls out.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly. You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, it's helping them get the lead. And if they can continue to rebound like this, I think they're going to be in pretty good shape.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. Allen's checked in. 1:03 left to play here in the third. And Udrih gets it to go.
Perfect inbounds pass and an easy 2 points.
The Heat trail by 9. Bosh kicks to Cole. From the arc. That's good. Cole's got 8 points. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. The Knicks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Well, you take a look back to last year, guys. This is a club that converted about 76% of its free throws.
Chris Anderson is checked in for the Heat. Udrih hits them both. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Battier kicks to Allen. Pass to Anderson. No good. Stoudemire with the defensive effort. The Knicks leading by 8. Smith dishes to Carmelo. And stolen by LeBron. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Anderson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Chandler's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The feed to Carmelo. That's good. And it's Udrih with the assist that time. Udrih has got 4 assists in the game. The dish to Cole. LeBron outside. It's up a 3. No luck. Down through 3 quarters of play. Down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the 4th. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
And Shane Battier gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Stoudemire, the pass to Carmelo. And it's blocked by Anderson. Outside for Felton. Fires from deep.
Is this the same guy we saw in the first half? I mean, this is strange. You can't buy one out there.
Stoudemire outside. Back to Felton. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Felton's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Knicks. From deep LeBron. LeBron with another miss.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yep, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass. Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Heat moving the ball around. Here's Battier. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Chris Bosh is checked in for Chris Anderson. New York calls timeout.
Talk about the definition of a role player, guys. What the perfect role player should look like, I think it's Shane Battier. I mean, he's as good as it gets in that role. An elite defender, can guard anybody, and he can hit the 3 at a pretty good rate. Smart, good passer. Just the epitome of what you want in a role player.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, Kev. Mike Woodson had some words for his team over that last break. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
And, you know, you talk about Battier. He knows how to play his role. He doesn't try to do too much.
Hey, he's got a great basketball IQ, understands angles and percentages. He seems to be able to guard about 3 different positions, and a terrific weak side defender. He's always the guy there waiting to take a charge. Great job capitalizing on that steal and getting the easy points in transition.
Exactly how it should be done after a turnover.
The Knicks leading by 14. And Ray Allen gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Stoudemire kicks to Felton. Uncovered. And again, it's New York.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Bargnani is checked in for Stoudemire. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Wasted no time on that one.
Well, this is what happens when he gets on a roll. You are not going to see a better rhythm shooter than him.
Back to Anthony. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. And that's 17 points for Carmelo Anthony. And the Heat call time here. The Heat trail by 15. LeBron kicks to Battier. Pass to Cole. He dishes it to LeBron. Lets it go from deep. And again, Miami with the triple.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Felton with the ball. And Allen picks him up defensively. No good from Bargnani.
Still a close game here, though. That's surprising considering they're rarely grabbing any rebounds.
Allen kicks to Cole. Pass to Battier. He feeds it to LeBron. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now here's Felton, defended by Cole. Felton kicks to Anthony. And the Knicks miss again.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Bargnani dishes to Felton. And Ray Allen gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. Bargnani against Battier. It's Anthony with the drive.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Can't connect from 13 feet out. And here's LeBron outside. But they get it down. Bosch passes to LeBron. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Outside, Felton. And Norris Cole is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. Haslam's checked in.
He just picked up his fourth personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
That is surprising, Clark. It's difficult to be in a game when you can't rebound.
But, Kevin, they're still in it. They still are in it. I can't believe that they've had so much trouble with the boards. We'll see if they can hang in there a little longer.
Yeah, I can't believe it either.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just continue to go up the longer their perfection continues.
Wow, a fantastic performance from the Arc here in the second half.
The Knicks leading by 8. Felton kicks to Bargnani. Back to Felton. And stolen by Chalmers. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Chalmers with the ball. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Gets it to go.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. It's got to be sky high.
Bosch dishes to Chalmers. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Outside, Felton. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw line. He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
Good.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Clark, they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's it for him. He's fouled out. Now we'll go to the line for 2.
He can't be happy about it, but honestly, at this point, the game's probably out of reach anyway.
Norris Cole, he's checked in for Miami. Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game here.
And that ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
That is not a difficult pass. You'd think they could keep it in bounds.
A different look for Miami. Chris Anderson is checked in for Bosch. Battier comes in for LeBron. And it's Allen in for Dwayne Wade. And World Peace kicks to Udoh. And Norris Cole is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Anderson defended by Bargnani. And Haslem kicks to Cole. Makes the lead pass. Out to Battier from past the arc. It's rebounded by New York. At one point, they led by 16. Now Udrih. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just did one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game.